Welcome Pisces, this is your reading for the month of October 2020, and let's see what do you have for this month. Okay. Well, for you Pisces, I will have to say, well, be aware of your communication, the way you talk, especially at your work space. You might, if you are one of those Pisces, some of you, that you're very artistic, you will do something, you will create something, and then it's like writing a book, and or you start to write, and then you don't like, you smash that piece of paper, or you delete that sentence or the chapter or whatever you do. Some of you this month, you're not going to be satisfied, you know. Either you're not going to be satisfied and you're going to say it's not good enough, I need to try more and more, or some other people will say, you know what, maybe you should do something more, tinker with this, add this, do that, whatever. And that is going to create, especially at your workspace, at your job, or if you work on something on your own, either you or other people will be like, nah, it's not good enough, it's something, it's missing, you have to do something else. And especially at your workplace, try to watch your communication, the discussions, the subjects that you're going to talk. There might be a little bit, you know, that there will be arguments, some voices raised, or I hope not, maybe some violence, yeah, kind of pushing around. So if you know that your opinion is not quite, you know, accepted by others, just maybe you should say, you know what, I reserve judgment, I prefer not to. Mercury is in Scorpio, it's going to be really like sword cutting, you know, arguments, things might come to you know, into reality, secrets, whatever that you might find out. But watch your communication at your workspace. Yeah. For some of you this month, Pisces, when it comes for finances, if you receive some finances from somebody or some institution, financial institutions, well, either you're gonna be a smart person, or either you're gonna invest, or you're gonna save, or you're gonna put the money in some place that you know, you will have some nest there in case of something goes higher, you know, kind of weird. So you be careful with the finances, yeah. And especially if you have a car, make sure that the car is locked, whatever, or don't leave, you know, important things like money or laptops or your wallet or whatever that is, that it's important to you and has value in your car. Or, you know, just be aware. Make sure that you don't carry more than you might regret losing, yeah, on you anyway. But this month for you Pisces, if you have some issues with your mom or your grandmother, it's a woman, you might have some issues maybe in your workspace with a woman. Well, I don't know, depends on the situation, if it's needed to still discuss the matter or the issue or the problem. Some of you are gonna say, you know what, I don't want to get involved in this, just let me out of, you know, I don't need to get involved in this, you know. And I will suggest don't escalate the communication, the difference of opinion, especially this month or the period that Mercury is gonna stay in Scorpio. It's with cursing, it's with foul language, it's with blame and guilt and all that, you know. Insecurities that might come up, and people, either you're gonna throw that blame and guilt on others, or other people will do that to you. So now it depends on the importance of that person that will just put some blame on you. If it's needed for you to stress or to think too much about what she or he said, why did they say, and especially if some of you're in a marriage or a partnership with someone, you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, that kind of thing. Some things might come to light, yeah. Some things that maybe will clarify the situation, maybe will kind of nag you and kind of push you to make a decision. Either you stay with that person or you just call it quits. But when it comes for relationships, partnership, trade careful. Yeah, careful how you debate an issue, a problem. Because some of you, you're gonna either go full force and argue with that person. Either it's your partner, like a spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend, or in your workspace. It depends how important is the issue to you. Yeah. If some of you, it can go the other way. Either some of you might receive some money and you're gonna have to be smart. How either you invest that money, either you put that money in the bank or you put it under the mattress, whatever. But some of you, if you choose, you receive some money and you choose to go out there and buy a car. Maybe some of you, you're in need to buy a car, mode of transportation. Make sure that you don't buy a lemon. Make sure that you either, if you don't know anything about cars, get someone with you, take someone with you that knows something and will help you to make the right decision to buy a car. And also I will have to say, in if you are being mugged or robbed or something like that, well, it's a possibility. Yeah. So be aware of your surroundings. Don't, like I said, do not carry more on you valuables on you than you will regret losing, or somebody helping themselves with your things. But some truth, some things will come out. Maybe some of you Pisces, you are with a Gemini, or in your relationship with your a partner, some things might come to fruition. Not necessarily to fruition, but there will come some answers to you. Maybe you wondered about your partner. Maybe you had some questions about your partner. And maybe it's very possible, because Mercury being in Scorpio, we cannot shut up. Not necessarily that we cannot shut up. It's that with Mercury in Scorpio, it's like we have no freaking filter. So be very careful. All of us, not just you Pisces, how we say things, how we put the problem. Because we might get kind of fed up and say, we're going to blur out. And then we're gonna, oops, why didn't I put a filter? Why didn't I think a little bit more before I open my mouth and say something? But for some of you, this is gonna be a strategy, just to say what you think without having some, filter. And then the partner will be kind of forced to say something. This will be kind of a strategy for some of you Pisces, just to pull some secrets out, just some information. Give me something, I need an answer. Well, don't escalate the arguments, because it's so easy to escalate the arguments. Well, with Mercury being be retrograde, some of you might, old former boyfriend, girlfriend, exes, spouses, whatever, if you have, might come to get in touch with you, or you might hear something about you, an ex or something like that. But I will have to say, if some ex comes and says, you know what, I'm in a pickle, can you lend me some money? I will have to say, you're never going to see that money back again, ever. So if you have enough and you don't feel the pinch, if you don't receive that money back, well, then give, because you want to give and you want to help for the all good times, whatever. But if you're in a pickle and you're kind of tight with finances, don't be a fool and don't be a gullible person and give money, and then you're never going to see that money back. I can tell you that. So just be aware of that. Well, this month for you Pisces, this month can go well, and you can achieve things, and you can have things in your possession, or the stability, the security that you crave, some of you to have. If you listen to your intuition, don't play the game tit for tat. You said something, I'm gonna come back to you and say this just to hurt you a little bit, because that person hurt you. Be very careful how you debate, and hold tight on your emotions. It's very important to rein back the power and the emotions within yourself and hold them there and say, you know what, I'm not going to scoop to this person's level. I'm going to hold tight and I'm going to be the better person, or I'm not going to get involved in this stupid issue. Yeah, just be aware. If you do that, the month is going to be great. Yeah. Like I said to Scorpio, if this is not a problem that you created, you're not the owner of that problem, don't, let's say, you know what, it's, I don't care. You know, it's not me that created. It's up to you to resolve that issue. I hear you, I sympathize with you, but, you know, don't drag me into this because it's not my issue. Yeah, just stay away from gossip, from drama or whatever. Yeah, know the people that you interact with them. Yeah, and if you know them, you will stay away from discussions and debates that, you know it's going to escalate really bad. You know, and be aware of your finances. Don't overdo it with the expenses. Yeah, if you can afford, sure, go ahead and do whatever you want to do. But there's some opportunities, some bargains will come along. You know, this month in October, you're gonna say, "Ooh, but this is a good deal. Let's do that," and you'll realize that that product, it's stupid. It's not working, and then you're gonna go back and forth with the seller to get your money, the refund, or buy something else for the money that you spend on the first product. Yeah. Okay, Pisces, this is it for your reading. I hope you enjoy. Talk to you next month.